All right, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are reviewing a product over at Collective Co. Now, full disclosure, this is one that I am excited about when it comes to trade lines. Because look, we know where trade lines have been, how many companies are actually getting their trade lines flagged, reported, and removed from the credit bureaus. So this video is actually geared around a lot of you guys that were actually reaching out to me, asking me, look, Irv, I had this trade line with XYZ company, with XYZ jewelers, with XYZ direct. And they recently just started removing it, or they flagged it, and so it no longer carries the same weight, and in fact my credit actually dropped. So I wanted to gear this video to help you guys out that are looking to maybe have some type of trade line for you to report as you are building your credit, or if you're looking to maybe add on a higher trade line, because with this company right here you can add up to a $10,000 trade line. So again, the company that we are referring to is known as Collective Co. Now, one of the things in my opinion that makes Collective Co differently from anything else that I've ever reviewed here on this channel is that they have something called a mystery box. And so if you're into fashion, if you're into clothing, then this one is going to be for you. I'm gonna pull up on your screen right now just some of the items that they have so you can kind of get an idea of how the website feels. So the way that Collective Co works is, think of them kind of like a network where designers and fashion artists come together into one place, and then they pull all of their products into what's known as a mystery box. Now in this mystery box, you can get items ranging from pants to shirts to sweaters to socks, whatever comes in that mystery box. Now there are some customization options on there. For the most part, they let you customize what size shirt you want, what type of sweater. So there are some things that you can customize, and there are different ranges of mystery boxes that you can choose from, ranging anywhere from $250 all the way to $1,000. Those are the different tiers that you can consider. But in this video, we're going to be reviewing the $500 mystery box, which seems to be the one that people tend to gravitate toward the most. Now, one thing that I will say about this product that I really like, apart from it being like a TJ Maxx, apart from it being like a Nordstrom, where again, they don't necessarily have products that are made within that infrastructure or in the factory, rather they are more of a distributor. One thing that I like about them is that they make the process way easier than what you would get with maybe another company that's underwriting, or maybe with another company that's looking to provide you some type of trade lines. Here's what I mean by that. When you go through the application process, they are only going to do a soft pull. Now with that soft pull, they're then going to determine if you've been approved or if maybe you've been passed on. Now you're probably wondering, okay, how do I know if I've actually been approved? How do I know what they're looking for? Well, some of the data points that I was able to gather from them, and just speaking from some of the reps over at Collective Co, is that they are going to be taking a look at your employment history. They're going to take a look at possibly your income, of what that flow looks like. And then from there, they're going to do a soft pull over on your credit. Again, this is not going to ding your credit in any way. This isn't going to have you get a hard inquiry, but it is going to allow them to determine whether or not you're going to get approved for maybe one of the boxes. Because on top of them also having that two-step verification, making sure that everything is in process from the beginning, they're also working on developing some new products that are going to be some debit credit builders. So if you're not familiar with what some debit credit builders are, this is another unique way that a lot of fintech companies are using to help people that don't have any credit at all apply for these debit cards, put some funds in it, or even connect their bank account into it, and then use that to help build their credit on the back end. Now that product hasn't been released, but I at least wanted to gear you toward what they're working on that could also benefit you in the couple of weeks to months to come. Now I will say this, and here's a tip for you. Whenever there is a company that first comes out, or a newer company that's offering these type of trade lines, usually the underwriting process is a lot easier to get into. Here's why. And this is the part you really want to pay close attention to if maybe you had another company that had a trade line that didn't report, or that maybe doesn't report anymore. A lot of times what ends up happening when a company is new is they're obviously trying to generate business, right? That helps them on their end with their revenue, and then that helps you on your side with getting that $10,000 trade line reported. What ends up happening with a lot of these other companies though is maybe the way that they're running their systems, or maybe the type of files that they're allowing in aren't necessarily the cleanest files. I bring that up because we are living in a time where CPNs are becoming more normalized, but that doesn't necessarily help us out on the back end that are looking to obviously have these institutions continue to report on our trade lines and on our credit report. So whenever a program like this first comes out, usually the ones that are in first are able to enjoy the benefits the longest before some changes begin to happen. Not saying that this is going to happen with Collective Co, but I did want to put you on notice with how that process works and why other companies tend to get shut down or why they don't operate. But again, from what I've seen with Collective Co, they are running a smooth process with a two-step identification to verify if that's actually you and to verify that it's actually your social security number. And again, not some CPN that someone is using. Now, if you did want to, again, go with one of the boxes, and if you're still a little bit confused of how the boxes work, think of it kind of like a Fabletics, or think of it kind of like a BoxyCharm. I know about BoxyCharm because my wife, gosh, we get one of those here every single month with BoxyCharm. And so in there, she has like a little kit where you'll have your makeup, you have a brush, maybe you have a concealer, you have a bronzer. You can tell I know a little bit too much about that, right? So they are teaming up with Klarna. So if you did want to split this up into 4 payments, and it's going to be interest-free, which is another big bonus for you. You can split it up into 4 payments. Once you hit that first payment, they are then going to ship out your mystery box, and then that's then going to start reflecting over on your credit. And then every 2 weeks after that, it's going to automatically charge the other 3 payments that are left from that 4-payment plan, which again is a huge upside. You're getting the credit reported, you're not getting any interest charged, and you are able to break it up into a comfortable payment plan. Now, if you're wondering, Irv, does this actually report over to the credit bureaus? The answer to that is going to be yes. This $10,000 trade line is going to report because they're working with TransUnion. They are also working with Equifax, and they are finally looking to bring Experian on board so they can have the 3 bureaus all reporting this $10,000 trade line onto your credit file. So if this is something that you think will be worthwhile so that you can continue to build your credit, consider checking it out. I've left the link down in the description, and I'm also going to pin it as the first comment. That's going to take you directly to the $500 mystery box. If you found value in this content, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Join the official community. Don't forget that anytime I'm not posting on here, I'm posting over on the Inside with Irv show. So if you like what we have going on over here, you'll love what we have going on over there. Once again, I appreciate you checking me out. Until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next video.